those of you who don't know me, my name's Kate, and I live just down the road, and it is my pleasure to welcome the Mayor of Haringey, David Browne, our councillors, Joanna and Ali, and Vic, who's also known to me as Vivian, and who lives down the road, and Ishi. Put your hand up, Ishi. We've chosen one of our older members of the community and one of our younger members of the community to do this task for us. But before I ask them to cut the ribbon, I'd just like to give a little run through of how we've got to this stage with this absolutely beautiful little gardens. When I moved in about 9 years ago, the gardens were covered in trees, it was dark, it was forbidding, it was used as a cut-through, a walk-through, and it was used by dogs, and that was it. You never saw anybody there enjoying it. And by chance I looked in a local library and found a picture, a photograph, taken from Emma's house, which is that one there, taking the picture of the gardens, and they'd obviously been very well looked after and loved when they were set out in the beginning, and something had gone wrong. So in 2008, the first changes happened around here, and we worked with Transport for London, who had money available to calm the traffic. And what we did was got those flower beds put in place to act as a sort of barrier, so people wouldn't quite know if it were cars or people. And from that group, which was backed by the Bowes Park Community Association, another group emerged called the Friends of Finsbury Gardens. The Friends of Finsbury Gardens got together really to sing carols for just before Christmas. And in 2008, about 7 of us turned up with a lot of mulled wine, a carol book, and we sang bravely with torches. And since then that has grown enormously, and last year we actually had, I think, about 75 people turned up. So that's an annual event, and it's a Saturday before Christmas, so you can all come to that when we get there. We carried on making improvements, and one of the people who have been key in all this is Tony Healy. Could you wave your hand, Mr. Healy? Who I met through the Friends Association of all of Haringey, and he has backed us 100% all the way through, and Tony and I have met regularly and walked through this area thinking what could be done next. And the first bit of improvement was the playground, where it was broken swings and everything else, so that was sorted out. Then we had, Caroline, where's Caroline? Who was chair of Bowes Park Community, realised that there was an anniversary of New Ribbo, which goes under here. So she got all fired up and said, let's have a party, and we grumbled a bit, but put on the first Fins Fest along with the Community Gardens Festival, and it was such a fantastic success. But without Caroline actually geeing us up and saying, you know, come on, get on with it, this is what you need to do, it would have never happened, and that now is an annual event, so that's great. We have had grants from the council, Make the Difference grants, which was the frog, and some seating, which was stolen unfortunately, and we realised then that we need to ask people again what they wanted for this to happen in these little gardens. And we did a lot of consultation and found out that what they wanted was the central bed changed, they wanted the kickabout area changed, they wanted the fencing quietened because it was very noisy, and they wanted it locked at night. And we realised without a significant sum of money this wasn't going to happen. So we put in a bid to the big lottery, Community Spaces, and were awarded £49,999. The £99 was important. This was done by, again, Caroline, Jim. Where are you, Jim? Show yourself. Emma, and myself. as the main people. We also had other people who helped, but those were the key people. And I cannot, and you should not thank them enough. You can't get enough thanks to these people, because it was hours and hours and hours of work. And sometimes pretty depressing too. The other people we need to thank are Tim Baker, over there, who is the project manager for Haringey Park, so along with Tony has helped us so much. Our landscape gardener, Jill Wynne-Williams, who is there, who, if you're ever having a great row and you can't resolve it, get Jill. She is fantastic. She calms everyone down, smooths them out, and you all find you're marching the right way. And Lee Kniram. Is that his name? Kniram, who isn't here, I don't think, but he was the contractor who actually carried out the work. Other people we need to thank are Mark. Where's Mark? Who locks the gardens morning and night for us and has helped generally talk to the public. And I think that is the history of the gardens, really, in a nutshell. Or not in a nutshell, in a rather long speech.
We need to thank you, Kate.
Well. First I introduced the Mayor, who's kindly come along to support us on this, perhaps to say a few words.
A few words, and thank you, Kate. Incidentally, while you were speaking, the local MP slipped in quietly. Lynne Featherstpne.
Welcome.
Beautiful day.
It is.
I must say I'm very impressed. You've managed the weather very well today for this opening, and all that history you've just given has just made me think of all the work and effort and the heartache that goes into anything that involves cooperation and committees and meetings and all that. So I want to congratulate you on pulling it all together. You've done a very good job, because I've seen the park and I saw what it was like a few years ago, some time ago. But most of all, I want to say how great it is, what a good example you've set of how people can work together with a clear objective, and you've actually got things done. But most of all, I think you've done wonderfully in getting money together for this to happen. You've got money from TfL for the garden beds out here. You've got money from the council and from other grant-giving bodies. I think you've done an extraordinary job, and you can't do it without grants. It takes a very special skill to get grants, small grants, for big projects like this to benefit the whole community. So congratulations, I'm delighted to be here to support you.
There is one last person we need to thank, and she's the one who's going to cringe at the thought of being thanked. But we need to thank Kate, and we've got, for Kate, we've got a year's membership of Kew Gardens, so she can go to Kew Gardens anytime you like, Kate. You can go, as from today, you can go.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank you, brilliant work, she really has done amazingly. Thank you very much.
Ribbon, helped by Ishi.
Yes. Where is he? Ishi? Come on, my dear. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to come here today because I've lived here many years. My children have always enjoyed the park. Their grandchildren have, and even my mother-in-law enjoyed the park. But anyway, the point is that it was always known, and going back to 1904 when my mother-in-law used to come here, it was always called the Village Green, and that is a lovely name. It is a Village Green. So it would be nice if people would all say we're going over to the Village Green and enjoy ourselves. And it's a lovely day, and it's a lovely coming to it. So if I might ask my dear friend, Mr. Ishi, to come with me, hold the scissors, and cut, and after that we'll all give a cheer and give a cheer. Hang on a minute, cut part of it already, and all give a cheer for everybody who's helped with the organisation and everybody who's here now. So come, young man, cut and a big cheer after, not my fingers, thank you. Look at this, come on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nearly there.
Keep going.
Thank you very much. And there's young Ish.
We're going to go down
Thank you,
to the
so
funnel ball.
we're well and truly out.
This is our MP Lynne Featherstpne, who is going to attempt to initiate the strange funnel ball device that is designed really to, this is a ball court which boys like to use, but this was brought in especially to also encourage girls to be to use the space.
Box on the head. Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
One, two, three. Fantastic.
This way, guys. Look in this way. That's lovely. This gentleman will make 6 up.
And stand again, please.